Hello and hi everybody to today's technical analysis, and we'll be looking at the markets and looking at how the market is doing. It's just been quite a sideways action in the markets, right? Not much has been going around. We could see BTC has just been around, shaking around the 300, 30,000 to the 31,000 level. Ethereum just quite doing the same thing. All the coins just been in a sideways action. We're not seeing much action in the market. Everywhere just looks boring. And this is when a lot of people are being shaken out when the market is so boring. And so don't be shaking out, right? As you can see, there's no much across board in the markets, no much change except for Chainlink. I made a video on Chainlink yesterday, right? We've moved 4% from that, I think 24% in the last 1 week, 7 days. Also FTX seems to be moving also. This is 5.6%. Near just been the same thing. And so they have just been the general sideways action. Tezos to making some little moves. HBAR, Ape, all the other tokens, as you can see, just the normal sideways. Helium moved 8%. Wow. HNT, there must be some news coming out, and in the last 7 days is 29%. So we've just been seeing quite a sideways action across the board in the market, and so there's no much change in the market. Let's go back to the chart, and this is the chart for Bitcoin, right? And today we'll be looking at Bitcoin. As we've been saying, we're still expecting a lower low, right? And even though there's been a lot of sideways action, as you can see, there's not much movement in the market. It's just basically the market maker just liquidating a lot of shorts and longs, right? And if you go to the heat maps, I don't want to bring that up so that you not get confusing, right? It's just that when we go up, we come down, up, down, and just basically it's just been a lot of liquidations in the market, right? The market makers just trying to just liquidate a lot of people. So if you're long here, takes it down, right? If you're short, you take it down. So I would advise you not to trade around this period, right? Because it's very, very dangerous, right? It's not wise to trade around this period. So many times it's just important for you to just watch the markets and see what uh, is going to do. We're expecting the CPI numbers to come out tomorrow, right? The CPI numbers for May in the US. So we're expecting that that will have a lot of impact on the market, even though a lot of people are expecting that there's going to be lower numbers, right? So we're going to dump. But what I think is that we're going to come up a little to fake a lot of people out, then we're gonna dump, right? So there's that probability that, right, we might have a very huge fake up and then a very huge dump, right? But you just understand that that is a huge opportunity, right? As you can see on our indicator, it's showing that a dump is coming, right? We're supposed to dump, and I believe that dump is coming, right? But there's a high probability we might come up like a little fake out, and then we're gonna dump, but a huge dump is coming, as you can see that, right? On the daily, we are being rejected by the EMA rebounds, right? It's a big rejection by the EMA rebounds. As we can see, we're still expecting to form a lower low and come back to touch the 26K region. As you can see, is going as planned, right? So we might have some little sideways action, a little upside to fake a lot of people to long, and then we dump back. But we're expecting a very, very huge dump in the market, right? As you can see, uh, if we can see our stock RSI, this is the Bitcoin chart, right? If you can see our stock RSI, we're almost at the oversold region. Can you see this place right here? Right, and we're expecting this to come down to the 5% region, right? And even you can see from the RSI, right, the real sleeve strength index, we are forming a bearish divergence. As you can see, this is a very bearish divergence, and we could dump, right? We would dump. So even in the MACD, as you can see, we're expecting a downward price action, right? Let's check of our 4 hours or 12 hours where we're expecting later today. As you can see, we're we already even formed the bearish divergence on the 12 hours, so we're expecting it to come down. This we're almost crossing on the 12 hours, so everything just looks like a dump is around the corner, right? So please don't be deceived when you see any kind of upward price action. It's going to be a huge fake out either today or tomorrow, but just know we're expecting a huge dump in the market, but that's an opportunity probably to the 22K region, right? Even the 4 hours, as you can see, it's just neutral, but we know that there's going to be like a huge fake out to fake a lot of people to longs and then would dump. So don't be deceived by the market makers. There's a lot of manipulation going on. Do not be deceived by it, right? Make sure you are just waiting, and then you are ready for any price action, right, that's about to happen in the markets, right? So just be ready for any price action that's going to happen. We're expecting a huge dump. I even believe that the dump to our lower low around the 28K has begun, right? But it's just going to be a slow bleed, right? So do not be caught up in the fake out and in the manipulation by the market makers, right? They have a lot of money. They're going to manipulate the markets to make you lose your money. Make sure you don't do that. We're still expecting a dump, as we've always been saying. It's there, it's clear, it's evident on the chart. We told you around this place. We told you this is a huge fake out. We said it on the channel, right? When your Fabs, your favorite YouTubers were saying, "Oh no, 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 we're breaking out. We're gonna be doing millions of dollars. You're gonna be putting millions." We said, "No, this is a fake out," and as you can see, it was a huge fake out, right? So please don't be deceived. We're still expecting some huge lower lows. We're still expecting the markets to create another lower low, right? So that we can start moving up. But for now, we're expecting a huge dump. We're expecting the RSI to come back to around the 10.9 region, right? Before we can have a very, very huge market upside. So for now, we're still expecting some huge lower low in the markets, right? We're still expecting a huge lower low for us to create a double bottom before we rocket up, right? So please don't be shaking out. If you enjoyed today's analysis, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, right? Share it with your friends. Thank you and stay blessed.